I don't think
No, that's
ugly
not.
women
That's not.
are
No, no,
getting.
no. That's not statistically true. They swipe right 45% of the time, and it's
Yeah,
higher
but
on
who
some
do they
guys.
like? Who do they actually want to be with?
Men really aren't that picky, to be fair. Like, honestly, like, I mean, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. If you're hot enough, nice enough, young enough, they're cool.
What if you're not hot?
If you're
But
ugly,
They just won't take you out anyway.
I mean, let's just be.
Yeah, what
let's
if you're
just,
not hot? The majority of women are not hot.
But
I know it looks like they are.
I disagree. Majority of women are hot.
No, I
Cap.
think it looks like it
Majority
because the
women are
majority of
hot.
women
Majority
we
men
see.
are not.
I think the majority of women we see publicly on TV, on Instagram, these are the women, the beautiful women put themselves out there. But the majority of women, when you're walking into Tesco, are not stunners. You don't walk into Tesco's and be like, oh my God, I can't believe how hot everyone is.
Actually-
it's usually based on their own poor choices, though. If you, even in the U.S. here, and everyone will call America fat, but I looked at the data here; it's not much better.
Yeah.
But you're in the top 20% of women if you're in shape.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is be in shape. Most guys are fine.
But I do think it's not just women that go for high quality. The way men flock to beautiful women and high quality women is no different to how women flock to high quality men. If you take a girl who's not attractive and is not in shape, she doesn't have that same success online dating. She doesn't have that same success with men. She doesn't have men in her DMs.
Yes, she does.
Still-
Okay, that's not true. You get thousands of matches even if you're fat. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
No. I'm
wanna
telling
hook
you,
up,
you're wrong. Like that's statistically no.
Yeah.
It's statistically wrong. An average chick has more options than a top man. If
The
you look at
average-
dating, an average girl, so average chick, gets more matches than the top men.
But matches is sex. We're talking about investment. Women don't care about sex. You've got to remember that. You're measuring men.
Such a grifter, dude.
I think women care more about sex than men.
Yeah, in 2025, 100%.
Like, I think men will accept bad sex from women and date them if they're nice enough. I don't think women do that for men.
100%. Guys,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
How many of you guys know a married guy where he just puts up with getting a hand ski every once in a while and, you know, a little bit of sex on New Year's and his birthday, and that's it. And guys will go for years doing that. Years. Women don't do that. No way. Not anymore. Nope. No way.
Standard, who gets the same level of sex? Yeah, okay, of course, sex, fine. But women value investment, men value sex. So if you look at the investment an unattractive woman gets, like how many dates does she get taken on? Does she get taken seriously? Do they introduce her to her friends and family? That is comparable to
You know that's a form of investment, right?
We
You know
just,
that's investment in it.
right,
Sometimes
but we
actually
just-
look for that as
but
investment.
what do we say relationships start with in 2022?
Sex.
Yeah.
So that's
But are
the
we
precursor.
measuring success in dating by sex? Because if that's what we're measuring, fine, that's a different thing. But I don't measure
I
successful
just think
dating
it's
by sex.
delusional to think that like the top men have all the leverage. They do. It's not comparable. The top women do not have as much leverage as the top men.
I think,
And if they do, give it 5 years. I'm sorry, like you hit 30, it's not the same.
Yeah, but I do think top women get the same reaction as top men, and they have the same, and I think more, because
not the same
you know what it is.
No.
A top value man most top value men that I know of have very silent Instagrams. They are busy. They are CEOs. You don't see them posting up and this. Whereas beautiful women, they're in your face all day, every day. So their DMs are insane.
Yeah, but the difference is men are happy with like 2 or 3 girls. Like I think 3 is most men that I know run rotations, like having 3 girls. Okay.
Insane. So on a day-to-day basis, without any effort, that woman can have 5, 6, 7 men paying her, not just going on dates with her, cash up, this, that, and the other. I don't think a top value man has it as easy as a top value women, and men flock to top value women.
I think the difference is the top value man is satisfied with like the top, like they say that 8s, 9s, and 10s are for the streets forever. Like I've just heard this phrase in Red Pill, because like if a girl's an 8, she needs a 9 or a 10. If a guy's an 8, he's okay with a 6. I know rich guys.
He's okay with a 6, but he'll cheat with a,
most men will cheat. Most men, if given beautiful models every day, they're going to say yes one day. So an 8 will be happy with the 6, where the 8 that's a girl needs a 9 or a 10. So it's a smaller pool that she's going to be satisfied with.
I think guys are just a bit more realistic, like long term, with like they're just content with how things are. I
Do you pursue a pretty girl the same way you'd pursue an average girl? Would you invest the same? Do they get the same Nathaniel out of you?
A pretty girl and an average girl.
Yeah.
I probably are we talking about I'm sexually attracted to both?
No, your one is average. You can take it or leave it.
Let's make one a 6, one an 8.
1's a 6. You can't use 7, yeah. All right. 1's a 6, 1's a 8. The 6, I don't really see me checking for the 6. I'll be honest.
Thank you.
The 8, but I'll say this, yeah, because there's makeup. Yeah, I feel like money is the man's makeup. Because there's makeup, a lot of women can look like. I could think about 3 different kind of women that all women can look like if they had the right makeup.
At her peak,
so
she's 6.
At the end of the day, if we're talking about like in the morning, at her peak she's 6. That's boy.
Yeah.
Listen, I've seen some serious transformations.
The one thing though I'll say is that men, I don't think when I say 6 and when men say 6 that we're talking about the same thing. I don't know how to put it. Like, I've noticed that men, like, they tend to overrate women, actually. I think more than women do, especially if it's women they're banging. They always add like 2 points to a woman they're banging.
And always. In the Black community, we have that thing where you'll say something about a woman, one of her shortcomings physically or something, and they'll be like, yeah, but she got a fat ass though. That's what men do. It's like we usually focus on one aspect of a woman instead of holistically a woman, and it's not unless you're in show business like you, where you've had to like rate women and stuff, that men will, or it becomes the industry to holistically look at women. But men will just focus on one aspect of a woman and give her a whole bunch of credit for that.
So if at your best you're 6, then
you need to pick something.
Like, I'd put Sadia at a 6.5, probably, like a hard 6. And I'd have to see what she looks like under makeup. Go ahead.
I think that maybe because she's in her late 30s now, if she was in her early 20s, she's probably a 7 in her early 20s.
Probably an 8 when she was in her early 20s, I'd actually say. But part of the 6 rating is because I think she's a little overweight, but wears Spanx. Like,
yeah,
slightly chubby. A lot of girls wear like shapewear, and it actually changes more than you think.
And then remember that guy showed how she uses that waist filter on all of her videos.
Yeah, it's because she's a little bit. I mean, she's not like fat, but I'd still put her. She looks like she's a 10 dress size to me, which just isn't thin.
You know what's crazy? You ever seen Terminator?
I used to be a
movie.
10, so.
You ever see Terminator 1 or Terminator 2, Pearl? No. So in Terminator 1 and 2, the AI was Skynet, and Skynet turned against humankind and was trying to take out humankind. So there's always been this joke that when AI comes, it's gonna take out humankind like Skynet. And now we have AI snatching women's race on Instagram. Hilarious.
It's mad.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of talk about high value men, but do you know what it's like? You get 18, 19-year-old like pretty girls getting flown out in private jets. And so look how men treat high value or beautiful women. They drop all the rules for beautiful women, and the same applies for high value men.
That's true, but it's for a period of time. The difference is the men can keep banging the 19-year-olds. The women are only the 19-year-old girl for at best a decade. Like looking like that at best.
But they drop every rule for a beautiful girl.
So are you arguing that beautiful women have the same leverage that high value men have? Is that what you're arguing?
If not more.
I think that's completely wrong.
That's just because yeah, go ahead.
Pause real fast, guys. This is a little off topic. Yes, Pearl has never seen Terminator 1 or Terminator 2 or Star Wars or all these movies, and I keep telling her that she should do watch parties on her website of her react. She's never seen
guys,
a lot of.
I need a lot of
these
to convince me to do that.
A lot of these traditional masculine movies. She's never seen Predator. She's never seen Commando. Guys, sign up to her website. If we have enough people over there, I'll get her to react to some of these movies for you.
Are there any Pearl reads on the website?
Let me double check. No. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
You're okay. What percent of women are beautiful?
Small.
Like I'm saying, no.
Small.
There's a new girl turning 22 every day. High value men are rare, and women they age out at like 28.
It was rare, but now we've got Instagram, which means that a rich guy in Nigeria can send you millions. A rich guy in Qatar can send you millions.
Right.
We have polarized it so that high value men who aren't bait or aren't big on social media are limited to the women around them, whereas beautiful women are exposed to the world.
But yeah,
them.
right. So they might get sex from him, but she's not the main chick.
Yeah.
But she's not the
but we
main.
established that you can be side chick even if you're average. You can be a side chick with
You're
sharing.
right. You're right. You're right.
You're sharing.
Dang, that's ironic.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But that man still has the leverage because he gets to pick who gets commitment. That's why he has the leverage.
Her leverage is in the fact that she doesn't want commitment from him. She wants lifestyle from you right now. So her leverage is in the fact that I think
we're talking about two different things. So I'm talking about women that want a ring and men that want sex.
Okay. So if we're measuring it by investment and sex, then
can pretty girls get money? Yeah.
Like, can they get lifestyle?
Yeah.
For how long? It's about the maintenance. How long can they keep that up?
If they get pregnant,
they have these rules that they don't want to get cheated on, and they want to be. They want to keep this up, and there's no one else, and they want that high value man. How long do you reckon women have that leverage for?
If she's pregnant forever, if she's not pregnant
forever,
forever. There's no such thing as
pregnant.
For
as long as the baby's alive,
for as long as the baby's alive. For as long as the baby's alive.
Wait,
a faithful high value man.
No,
I don't know about the faith.
You're saying a baby mama?
No, but,
stop it.
But
Stop
she
it.
gets that leverage because she gets that leverage. It's not that a case of that's a good life, but she gets that leverage for as long as she has that child.
Is that all women want, just not to work?
I think so.
I think that's what all people want in general.
Okay.
They want to work?
No, they want to work, but they want a man that can make a life that if she didn't work, it'd be all right.
Yeah, basically, I think that's a good way
always
to
want to
describe
work.
it. I think it's if
they
you
want the best of everything.
Yeah, so if you tell them that I don't want you to work, you're controlling them, or you're oppressing them,
we want to
or you're the patriarchy. But if you say, look, if you want to work, it's cool. If you want to work, that's cool as well. We're good for money. Then it's a different conversation.
Yeah, we don't want to have to work.
So speaking of money, okay, so you could argue, right? Women want the rich guy. Until, can you pull up the picture? Trouble in Paradise. Oh wait, hold on, sorry.
Is that the guy from EastEnders?
Oh, can you put it on the screen, Blessing? Okay, so back to Tom Brady. Giselle Bundchen. I think I said that wrong.
Bundchen.
I'm gonna just call her B. And jiu-jitsu instructor Jomaine Valente have raised a lot of suspicion as to possible romantic ties. But we at least know one of the reasons he's traveled to her with Costa Rica. He's training her and Tom Brady's kids. So basically, she was cheating on the rich guy with what an L. What an L.
Yep.
Jiu-jitsu
instructor. That's what's going to happen, though.
So move it.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I think when you're around, like when you got if a woman has a high value man, she's going to cheat with someone close, because you have to be in the circle to kind of be around anyway. She's going to have to look around at who's available, and it's going to be someone close. It kind of feels a bit vindictive, because when if men go and cheat, the men that go and cheat, they'll maybe go outside of the circle, far away, where we're with the women.
Actually, the biggest hoes are women on work trips and vacation. There's women that have a good reputation at home, but they in other cities they go buck wild.
Yeah, or travel nurses. Yikes, dude.
Oof. There's certain jobs.
They're in hospitals and they're traveling. Ugh.
I want to do a hierarchy of cheating. What professions where you should just accept that you're gonna get cheated on? And I was thinking, and I'm like, at the top, I would put any athlete, and then I would go down, dance instructors, DJs, club promoters, etc.
Here you go. Well, as a preview, because I have this saved. I put it in the private chat.
The top 10 cheating professions.
So this is by a survey.
Oh, wow. Finance, 1. Aviation, healthcare, business, sports. Oh, wow. You're more likely to get cheated on by a pilot and a finance person than an athlete. Arts, 6. Nightlife, 7. Wow. White collar goes okay. 8. Communication, 9. Legal, 10. Other sectors. Okay.
Yeah, we can do it.
Because
I
feel like with the
You'd rather wait, I have a question. Would you rather him fuck a stranger or your best friend?
No, I'm just saying with it being worse, more vindictive for women to find someone around, because it's like, okay, it's maybe been bubbling and the tension was there and then it happened. But with a guy, you're saying he left town, went town over town and tried to look for somebody that you won't find out. Like, that's worse. That's like more,
is that more considerate?
No
That's
consideration.
Yeah, it's more considerate. The reason why I say,
but why is consideration more forgivable than like a happy accident?
Because that's not a happy accident. That's literally someone, in this case, said training her kids. So this guy is around her
it's
kids.
a bit gross.
He's paying to get cheated on, essentially.
Yep. You got it.
And him, and she's got the balls basically to get involved with this guy who's around his kids, around
the
him.
kids maybe like him and trust him. Like,
No.
Okay, I know it's a stretch, but
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, okay, like put yourself, if all right, you have a boyfriend you're really into, or husband, let's say husband. He cheats. It's just a one-time thing. No feelings involved. This girl just threw it on him and he went with it because he's a dude, okay? Thought she was hot. That's it. Never talked to her again. Or he screwed a girl he has feelings for.
Yeah.
I think they're both as bad as each other.
Which one would hurt you more? Yeah. But I would say
probably the one that he doesn't have feelings for, because it's like, why are you throwing it away? Like, if he had feelings for someone, it's like, okay, fine, act on your feelings.
Wow.
But if it's some random person, that feels a bit worse to me.
Really? That's interesting. For me, like, I would, if it's just a random girl, like, whatever, I can get over it.
Ooh, I don't know, because it's like, if you have, I don't know, if you have feelings for them.
And how invested am I?
Yep.
The other thing too is women. I feel like women, when we get cheated on, women will never leave right away, but women will start looking for the branch to swing.
So I have a question. So, okay, you see, it's like a woman will find out that a man's cheating, crash out, try to hit him, key up his car and stuff. But it's like, if she gets it, should a guy leave if she's busting up his property? Or because most of these women, once they get it out, they'll go back to the guy. But should a man tolerate a woman crashing out and freaking burning up his stuff and keying his? And
well, I think how she acts when she's angry says something about her. So it depends how far she crashes out. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I've been cheated on before and I've never hit. Like, it's just not my personality. I'm not somebody that hits. You can't bring out beating you out of me because I'm not that type of person. Now, there's messed up things I probably would do. But that just wouldn't be my, And so I think it's like how women are when they're spiteful. Like, that's kind of their character, so it depends what she does.
I'll tell you, when I was in middle school, because I was in middle school in the 90s, and there's a whole bunch of movies like Disclosure, and a bunch of movies like where a guy would get caught cheating, or there's potential cheating, all this stuff. So I asked my dad one time, I said, "Hey Dad, what would you do if you came home and you saw mom cheating?" I just pack up my stuff and leave. Now I thought my dad would say that he'd crash out, but as I just pack up my stuff and leave, and I was shocked. I was you're like 12 in middle school, and he's like, "Nothing's worth my freedom, nothing." let's say I crash out and I fight the guy or whatever and stuff. Now I'm in jail. So I got cheated on and now I'm in jail too. It's not worth it. And then that's when he told me some of the best advice. Guys, listen to me and listen to me well. My dad said, consider yourself in an advantageous position when somebody, something, or some organization tells you everything that you need to know about them. If your woman cheats on you, she just told you everything you need to know. Pack your stuff and leave. Nothing is worth your freedom.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, okay, there's reason behind it, but you're going to do that for no reason. That just seems so bad.
This one has betrayal and public disrespect.
Yeah.
But you know what I noticed? Women that have high value men, once they've had kids with high value men, they will sleep. They have the same mating strategy as men. They will sleep with young guys that make them feel attractive.
That's true. I don't know if I agreed with this at the time, but that's true.
Yeah, yep.
I may have argued this at the time, but I would say that's true.
He doesn't have to have money. Kim did it. Madonna's doing it.
Yeah, because once they get the paternal investment, then they just go for whatever they find attractive, or they maybe wanted to try when they were younger and didn't. There's nothing more slutty than a divorced woman who's still kind of hot.
I actually, my first job in public service, I had this woman who was married to this guy for years, and she finally divorced him. And she was the first person I knew that was on Plenty of Fish.
Mm-hmm.
And we worked in the same office, and she would get on Plenty of Fish and meet all these guys and just whore herself out. So every single Monday, we'd go into the office, we get coffee, and we turn around. She just tell us all of her exploits.
Ew, why would she tell you guys that at work?
It was crazy. She's like, yeah, I met the whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, she's just all over the place.
Yeah.
Doing it once they have their kids and they've got the father of their child and he's high value, then she goes back to just whoever I want.
Yeah,
and
the streets are calling.
The streets
because
are calling.
she reached what she wanted, basically.
And
she got the kids, she got
and
the money.
they become just like men.
Yeah, so that's like, what do you think women value more, money or looks?
Feelings. They marry how a man makes them feel, and when he spends a lot of money on you, you feel expensive.
That's fine.
You
Okay. One or two. I didn't say feelings. I said money or looks. No. I did not. You gotta answer the question I asked. Money or looks?
I'm always going to say the way they feel. If you're an attractive
Okay. Then next. It's like looks. Yeah, I'd say looks. Money or looks?
So why they cheat, basically, right?
No, I'm saying, what do you think women prefer?
I guess money these days.
Money? You think? What do you think? Money?
I think looks.
I think looks too. Actually,
it's looks.
I didn't think it's
for sure.
You know, you
know how you know that's cap. Sorry, now you know that's cap. Do you know that bar that J Huss says where he's talking about I'm an ugly man making pretty money.
Mm-hmm.
That they don't look
But he
at
was
you.
still probably getting girls before.
What? Because he was a trapper. Because you're a trapper and the lifestyle that he portrays, like, oh, man, even if he may not have money to come with it, that portrays money to come with it.
No?
The look, so it's money, regardless. It wasn't about the look.
It's the look of the money and the look of like.
Okay,
at the end of the day,
this is what I think. I think that like, okay, this is my theory. I don't know if this is facts or whatever, but I feel like if a girl is dating a guy and she's not like genuinely attracted to him, she'll cheat.
Yeah,
with the guy with the looks.
Oh,
Even if she's attracted to him, she's still gonna cheat if that guy comes along and he's that bit better than what she already got.
Yeah, if he doesn't have money, she can still cheat.
Yeah.
I think women are gonna cheat regardless. Actually.
Yep.
It's my updated take. It doesn't matter if you have money or looks; she'll just cheat.
You know why, right? It's because there's so many social conventions in place to keep women from having to take responsibility. Guys, if you're in a relationship with a woman or you're married and you cheat, it's your fault. If she cheats, it's your fault. If your woman cheats on you, people who will be looking at you like, what did you do to drive her into the arms of another man? It's just like if you get married and divorced, guys who've been divorced in the chat, tell me this isn't true. You tell someone that you're divorced, and the person will say, oh, why'd your wife leave you? No, I left her. Well, did you try everything? Maybe you should have tried harder. What the heck is going on? That's why.